The 6000 has an optional 2-channel, full-feature color correction system. Not only can you correct input and RGB levels, but the 6000 also has advanced features like 6-vector and spot correction. All right, let's go to the color corrector menu, and on to the left you can see that I have controls for color corrector 1, color corrector 2, and the ability to copy and swap things between the two. Let's go back to color corrector 1, and you can see over here on the control panel that I've got color corrector 1 and 2 mapped to primary cross points. Now these are fed by internal aux buses. So I'm going to go to the aux control, and up here I've got the input for color corrector 1 and 2, and I'm going to select one of the XDCAM HD decks, which has a pretty picture of flowers. Going back to the menu here, we have input process control. Now what is input process? For lack of a better term, it's TBC controls, or a more technical term might be video processing. So I've got video gain, luminance only gain, color gain, hue delay, and black level. I can hit Unity to take that back, and let's just turn input processing off. Now input processing is available as a standard feature on every input in the 6000, whether or not you buy the high-end color corrector or not. So now let's go over here to the primary color correction. This will allow us to change the white, black, gamma, and knee adjustments on the color corrector. So again, if we look at black, we can see we have the red, green, blue adjustments for the black areas. So we can basically paint this picture if it was maybe shot out of white balance or something. Same thing with the white levels. And gamma and knee. Now, interesting feature here is we also have a mask. So if I take this out and tweak it a bit here and turn on one of the masks, we have the ability to mask a certain portion. So I can adjust a mask here, go over to a mask adjust, and be able to select a white pattern if I want to. So maybe we adjust one of these. We can adjust the size. Useful for only being able to color correct a portion of the screen. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to set Unity, and I'm going to turn off the primary corrector. Now let's move on to secondary correction. The secondary correction is also known as 6-vector correction. If I turn that on, you can see that we have the 6 vectors: blue, cyan, green, yellow, red, and magenta. So in this picture, I see some red flowers. What if I want to make those flowers stand out a little bit more? So I'm going to select red, and I'm going to adjust the luminance of the red values in the picture. And notice that it's only adjusting the red parts of the picture. I can adjust the saturation, maybe even take all the saturation out. I can also change the color of the red. Let's say that for whatever reason, we don't want to show them that deep. I can go over to blue and do the same thing with the blue portions of the picture. It's very subtle. Go to the green portions of the picture and do the same. Again, very subtle. Yellow will stand out a little bit more because there are a lot more yellow flowers. Again, I also have a mask. I can tweak the mask and be able to do it for only a portion of the screen. Let's put Unity back, turn off our mask, and now let's go over to spot color correction. Now, spot color correction is an awful lot like chroma key. As a matter of fact, we can call up the same sample mark. Now, just like a chroma key, we want to position the sample mark over the color we want to use. Now, I have another little trick for you. If we look at the trackball here, there's a button on it called Menu. If I hit Menu, Menu locks the first 3 knobs on the touchscreen into the X, Y, and Z positioner of the trackball. So I have X and Y and Z. It's just kind of handy, especially for something like a sample mark here. So we're going to go over here, we're going to select this on this orange portion, and we're going to hit Auto Start. So you can see here that the switcher did its best guess. There must be a little bit of a tinge of orange or something close to that in all these strawberries, but that's okay because we can mask this off. So I'm going to turn on the mask. We can see it's not perfect. Let's go into the mask adjust, adjust our position just a little bit here. Perfect. Now, if we go back to spot color correction, we can adjust the luminance, chrominance or saturation, and the hue of just this exact color.